Welcome to today's training. If this is your first time joining us, you're welcome to Synergy Academy. Our focus is to help individuals ignite within them the desire to be more, do more, and have more in whatever they are doing. Today, we're going to be focusing on how to change your vocal image. This is like part 3 of the training, which we have been on for previous weeks. So if this is your first time coming across the training, I advise you to look at the first part we had, the second part, and now the third part. So we're just moving like a crescendo in music. So this training, just like every other training we've been having on this very series, is going to be a dialogue, not a monologue, which means we're going to lock arms together and engage at this one step at a time. I beg you in the name of God, if you know you're not going to be focused on this training, there's no point of you actually going through the training. But if you're going to be here, decide to be here, keep all distractions away and pay rapt attention so you get the very best out of this training. I need your eyes, I need your ears, I need your mind, and every single thing that you can just hand over to me so that we make the best out of this few moments we'll be spending together. So previously, we highlighted the fact of who an impactful speaker is, audience connection formula, full body spot, understanding rejection, the power of your story. We gave several assignments. We did several classworks as well. And my hope and belief is that you actually took it very, very serious. Because, like we said, if your communication gets better, every other thing gets better. So you need this, I need this, we need this, everybody needs this. So let's journey into what we have today. I need you to understand that your voice is a keyboard, and some people play just one note, others create a melody. I could remember years ago, while in the choir, everybody was charged to learn a musical instrument, and I decided to learn the keyboard because the drum was not adding up. So I said, okay, let's do keyboard. And we sat there on the keyboard and we were shown the keys and what to do, but then we had to start with the basics. So the basic was, just hit on do, 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 do. Yeah, so don't laugh, but that's music for you. So we'll move to re, 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 right? So we're just playing with the notes. And it got to a point where we started doing do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. There's a reason why I'm taking you through this process, because our voice is a keyboard and you can either make melody or just play one single note till you die. Some people, the way they have been speaking for the past maybe 20 years, maybe 40 years, that's how they are, right? But what I need to understand is that this keyboard which we have been given, you have the ability to play with it at different level. The same keyboard you sit and you're trying to say, where is do, where is re, where is be, where is mi, where is fa, where is ti. Another person comes in and the person begins to play do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, re, mi, ti, do, right? That's joy to the world, right? Those are like the keys and all that. So I'm saying it because you can be given the same instrument, which is your voice, and somebody speaks and you're like, wow, I love the way they speak. He moves everybody. Da, 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 da. And then here comes you. What we hear is do, 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 for 45 years, do, 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 72 years, do, 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 do. And then when you hear somebody playing Hallelujah chorus with their voice, you're like, how are they doing it? They practiced. But first of all, they had the awareness that their voice is a keyboard. So I hope this is able, just this illustration, in as much as some persons might laugh, right, with me doing the whole keys, modulation, and all of that. But it's important you know that you have it within you. You might not need the melodies in certain rooms, but it is needed that you know that you have this. And when the time comes, you can use it to your advantage. Listen to me well. Salespeople make sales and they also lose sales because of their vocal image. Not just that, politicians use this intentionally to get into power. Other people, they lose their opportunity because they don't understand the concept of the vocal image. Parents have strong and also weak influence over their children because of their vocal image. Now you're understanding why this topic is very, very important. Fools have been considered wise. Very foolish people have been considered wise because of vocal image. And wise people, with all the wisdom they have been referred to foolish, very foolish, because of their vocal image. Women have said yes to the wrong persons and to the right persons. Men have said yes to the wrong person and the right persons because of their vocal image. Producers have used this in movies to keep us seated for 3 hours. 3 hours, some persons even 10 hours. You are so glued to the screen. Why? Because somebody understood how to use the vocal image and they made melodies in our hearts and we're glued, hooked, right? So it's important to get this. So what is a vocal image? If you're taking notes or taking screenshots, a vocal image is how people see you when you speak, full stop. So when you begin to make melody, are they seeing you as someone that is weak or someone that is lazy, humble, proud, friendly, confident, foolish, trustworthy? Because when you speak, people can decipher and know your kind of person. So in as much as we say first impression matters, and we highlight the first impression to how people see you, the second impression, which is what you say, it matters. It can either make them resent you or make them love you. This is your vocal image. I'm saying this because a lot of people focus on their physical image. You want to ensure that the clothes is on point, the hair is on point, every single thing on point, on point, on point, on point, and then you disregard your voice. So if I ask you how much is in your account right about now, you are aware. So you understand your financial image, you know. But if I ask you, when was the last time you took out time to do maybe a breathing exercise? Not just that, to do a voice training. Some people say, which one is voice training? Only choristers will understand, and that's fine. But it's important because trust me, if you lose your voice, I don't know how you will feel, right? Because I don't want to have that feeling. But all I am saying is, you now going through this, you have to become more intentional about building your vocal image because it gives people a certain perception of you. And if you're somebody of influence, a leader, a father, a mom, a teacher, you understand that this is important to help you convey your message. So we don't have a scenario where you have something good to share, but nobody wants to listen. Why? Because of your vocal image. And there's nothing as bad as people have already prejudged you because of how they already have a preconceived notion of you. So whatever you want to say, it won't work. It's not going to work because they have prejudged you as somebody that your vocal image is that of an individual that is weak, individual that is timid. God forbid. Let's make advancement. Listen to me. Improving your vocal image helps people feel what you say and not just hear what you say. So when you're saying a thing, they can feel it. It's not, yeah, he said something, he said something. What did he say? You can't remember. Because the vocal image was not vocalizing anything, if I'm to use that word. So five ways, 5 steps to improve your vocal image. If you are ready for this, just type, I am ready, I am ready, I am ready. Everybody needs this, whether you're a man, you're a woman, you're young, you're old, business person, career person. You need this so that when you speak, you can command influence, you can command the authority you desire, right? Some people say, I'm speaking, nobody is listening to me. Is your vocal image? I'm sorry. I'm speaking and nothing is happening. Vocal image. You can work on the vocal image little by little. It won't happen overnight. So it's not, you work on this and then let me go and do this. It won't happen overnight, but over time, intentionally doing it, it will happen, right? It will happen. It's like going to the gym. You work out today, you go to the mirror, nothing, you won't see anything. But going to the gym week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and now you're beginning to see changes. But if you're not consistent with it, foul, it goes away. So let's make advancement. 5 ways to improve your vocal image: rate of speech, pause, tonality, volume, reference, 3, 2, 1, steps, types, things, keys. So we're going to break all of this down. So you can write this down. Your rate of speech, pause, tonality, volume, reference. What we are simply trying to do in plain English is whenever you open your mouth to speak, people should be blown away. Full stop. That is what we're trying to achieve. Whenever you listen to me, you open your mouth to speak, people should say, wow, I am motivated. I am inspired. This person is speaking to me. There is clarity in this person's message. That's it. There's clarity. It's clear. It's clear. And the next time you want to speak, they are ready to listen. That is our goal. So let's make advancement. We're going to start with the first, rate of speech. Now, rate of speech is basically just the speed at which you handle that conversation. or presentation, whatever you're saying, most people, when they're speaking, it's so fast, you can't catch them. It's so fast, you can't catch them. You see, your rate of speech can be fast, slow, average. When you understand these 5 things, you're able to master how you can hook an audience to pay attention to you. Why? Because you'll be bouncing through all of this. You'll be bouncing through all of this. So my assignment is to highlight each and every one of them and then give you the opportunity as you begin to practice to begin to notice all these things, because the amazing, see, the beauty of this happens when you become aware of it. You might be doing this already, but you're not aware of it. So what you're not aware of, you can't even use it to your advantage. So when you become aware of it, you can use it to your advantage. So rate of speech can be fast, slow, or average. To highlight a point, it can be slow. To create charisma and energy, you can begin to speak up. And as you begin to speak up, people are like, well, what's going on here? Well, if the rate of speech is slow, you have to ensure that you bounce it through. If not, you get to lose them. So let's do practical, right? Let's do practical here. And I'm going to do it fast. I'm going to do it slow. I told her to do it now and she refused, not understanding that every training is an opportunity for growth and improvement. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Slow. I told her do it now and she refused, not understanding that every training is an opportunity for growth. So it's looking as if I'm a sensei, right? One shifu in one temple, not making sense. The beauty of the rate of speech is that you have to blend it. Right? You have to find the way to blend it. If you speak so slow for long, you lose people. If you speak so fast for long, you lose people. Not everybody can catch up. Quite a number of persons can catch up, but not everybody can catch up. Most especially when you're having a conversation one-on-one with an individual and you're so fast, the person say, calm down, I'm not in a hurry. Or you're so slow, the person is like, oh God, this person is wasting my time. And they begin to look at their watch, you're losing them already. So your ability to go fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow is what sustains them, because the mind can easily be distracted. So I told her to do it now. She refused, not understanding that every training is an opportunity for growth and improvement. Rate of speech, rate of speech, rate of speech, right? So it's very, very important. The joy of this training is the fact that I get to practice and you get to watch me, right? So even me, I'm rehearsing. Nobody's perfect. We're learning every day. Now, next level is the pause. Now, the pause is very crucial. It just gives you an opportunity to allow the person on the other side get to process what you're saying. Because if you're just speaking without having a time to pause, even yourself, you get exhausted at some point in time because you're not allowing yourself breathe. You're just speaking. So the pause simply just to be silent for a short moment to allow your message sink in. Whether you're speaking one-on-one, 1 to 2, 1 to a large crowd, virtually speaking, the pause is very, very important. When you pause, whatever emotions or statement that comes before the pause is intensified when you pause. So somebody can say, I love you, Joanne, right? I love you, Joanne. Just that's straight. Another person can say, I love you, Joanne. So you see, the pause give more credence to I love you that is carried and handed over to Joanne. You can see this in reading the Bible or the Quran. And when you begin to observe all the commas in place, it makes the word that you are reading more enjoyable than you just having to, remember, we're making melody, than you just having to speak, and it doesn't make sense. You've seen scenarios where somebody calls you on the phone and the person is just running his or her mouth and the person is just speaking. You're like, what in the world is this person saying? But when they get to pause, you get to, within you, in split seconds, you're processing, analyzing the information, and you know how best to respond to the person. You would notice that leaders, CEOs, successful people that understand the pause, they are not in a hurry to speak. And when they speak, they are taking their time. It's the people that don't understand this that are in a hurry. Let me just talk and go. And sometimes it's you being nervous, right? You're not sure of what you're saying. But if you understand this and you follow through the sequence we had with training 1, training 2, and now we're here, you can be able to confidently, like I said, all these things will not happen, just like magic. It will take time. But once you get it, you get it. Once you get it, you get it. So when you pause, you give me time to process whatever you're saying. Let's do a little exercise. Any fool can count the number of seeds in the apple, but only God can count the number of apples in a seed. That's straight, that's flat, although a small pause there. But let's go again. Any fool can count the number of seeds in the apple, but only God can count the number of seeds in an apple. Right? In an apple, not in an apple. So when you observe the pause, there's a huge difference within having to speak without it and when you're speaking with it. Don't worry, I'll give time. Like there'll be an assignment, so you get to do a lot of practice on your own. But that's the pause. Second is a tonality. Remember, we're trying to make melody here. Second is the third is a tonality. The emotions that exist in your voice. That's the tonality. So if I'm speaking to you and I'm excited, you can feel it. You can feel it. And if I'm speaking to you and I'm annoyed, you can also feel it. If somebody tells you, I love you, and the person is smiling, like the emotions is on the person's face, and the person says, I love you. Even if you're not seeing that person, even if it's on a phone call, you can feel it. Why? Because of the tonality, the emotions that exist in the person's voice. If the person is annoyed and the person says, I love you, you can feel it. You know. You know. Like if this has ever happened to you where somebody is speaking to you and the emotions they are using versus what they are saying, it's not in synergy. If you've ever experienced that before, just type in synergy in the comment section. Just type synergy in the comment section, right? Not at all. Few months back, somebody shared something with me, and what I said was in discord with what my facial expression was giving, and the person just caught me immediately. You see, you can lie with what you're saying, right? Or you can be false with the information you are saying from your mouth, but your emotions will always give you out. Some people are pro at it, they find a way to just do it that you will not know, but some of us like you just catch us, we're under arrest, that kind of thing. So I'm saying it because this is very crucial. And if you handle sales call, that's why in sales call, we always say, like, ensure that you are in a happy state, you're in a comfortable state, and you're smiling because the other person can feel it. Is energy. The energy will just transfer from you to them. But if you're not in the right state of mind and you're making the call, you're like, I don't know why they're not answering me. And you keep building momentum on that state of mind, nothing will happen. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So the way you add emotions to your voice is to move your face. That's all. Just simply move your face. So you can even try it. You can try it out. Just smile as you're here listening to me. Just smile and say, thank you for being here today. I am so happy to have you take our time to watch this training. Just smile and say it. Then once you're done, keep a sad face and say the same thing again. Then you see me observe the pause, Abby. So this is amazing. So keep a happy face, say this thing. Thank you for being here today. I'm so happy to have you here. Take our time to watch this video. Then you're like, thank you for being here today. I'm so happy to have you take our time. So it's the facial expression that now activates your tone. And the people know that they are not welcomed. Some people tell you, welcome to my house. And they're not saying, welcome to my house. And you just know that you're not supposed to be there. And they're the ones that, with the way they do it, welcome, you're welcome, feel at home. Tonality, tonality, tonality. And I'm not saying begin to act weird, but I'm saying there's room for you to use all of this melody and make joyous expressions in people's mind. So how they perceive you will be to your own advantage and in turn to their own advantage as well. Now that's tonality. Let's move to volume. Volume is so powerful because it's the lifeblood of your voice. It carries melody and the rate of speech. It carries melody and rate of speech. You see, you can use volume to draw attention, state a point, or highlight something. That's how powerful volume is. The sad part is, see, listen to me, your remote control has a volume. The keyboard has a volume. You're in your car, the stereo, it has a volume. There's a reason. Your phone has a volume. Come on. But you listening to me, that God gave the original volume, you have been on number 5. Number 5, since they gave birth to you till today. No, now. No. There are times that you're watching a movie, you take it up, you bring it down, take it up. Song, take it up, bring it down. You're in the club. Why are people hooked in the club and they are nodding their head? It's because the DJ is taking them up, down, everywhere. Let's go, let's go. Volume. A song is powerful by virtue of all of this put together, including the volume. It's key. You see, if you're too low, you'll be regarded as someone that is weak. He's an introvert. He doesn't speak. Yeah, speak up, speak up. Last situation, you tell somebody, speak up. And the person's like, low volume. There are certain things you can't trust that person with because the volume is too low. Even though the person can do the work, they will never give the person the work because the person is too low. That's volume. And if you're too loud, people perceive you as someone that is strong, sometimes as somebody that has pride, even though you don't have pride. It's your volume. So you find a way to go down and come up, or go down and come up, go down and come up. Navigate between both. Like I said, the mind is easily distracted. So you want to go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down. And it's not every time. Like you do this, but it's good that you are aware of it. There are times that you go so low, people will lean in and they want to hear. Now you have done your audits immediately to know that I have these people's attention. And when you go loud, you know that they are with you. But if you don't play with your voice and enjoy your conversation, there's a way somebody will speak and you know that this person is enjoying this thing this person is saying. It's up to me to follow this person and enjoy this thing. No. And there's a way somebody is speaking, you know that this one, they enjoy it in the talk. It's volume. Volume is so, so powerful. You see, that's why in music, there's where those people that understand notes, you know, there's MP. MP is moderately soft. At that point, the choir master knows that the person that wrote this song, Hande Messiah, is saying that at this point, take it moderately soft. At this point, take it loud. Take it very loud because there's a message. There's this emotion I need them to feel with this music. So I'm saying the same thing you should do with your voice. There are times you go gentle, you go loud. There's where you speak to your child. In a low volume, they don't take you serious. There's where you take it to the high volume, they take it serious. There are things you say with the low volume, they now acknowledge it. There are things you say with the high volume, this generation, they begin to cry. So I'm not going to say anything as regards to that and kids. God will help us. Let's do an example here. Abraham Lincoln, I hope I got that Lincoln correctly. If I didn't, my apologies. Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare myself. Perhaps my time will come. In Synergy Academy, we say, I say we say. Okay, so let's go again. Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare myself. Perhaps my time will come. In Synergy Academy, we say, your time will come, whether you prepare yourself or not. If you're prepared, it will reveal you. And if you're not, it will expose you. I hope you got the concept of the volume. But then I could as well have made it all flat and say, Abraham Lincoln, no, not flat enough, come on. Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare myself, perhaps my time will come. In Synergy Academy, we say, your time will come, whether you prepare yourself or not. If you're prepared, it will reveal you. And if you're not, it will expose you. As sweet as it sounds, it's flat. I could also raise the voice and say, Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare myself, perhaps my time will come. In Synergy Academy, we say your time will come, whether you're prepared or not. If you're prepared, it will reveal you. And if you're not, it will expose you. It's somehow. But when I say, Abraham Lincoln said, I will prepare myself, perhaps my time will come. In Synergy Academy, we say, your time will come, whether you are prepared or not. If you're prepared, it will reveal you. And if you're not, it will expose you. It's just volume. It's just volume. You might meet me, or we might be on a call, and I'm not doing volume. I'm saying, see, be aware of these things so that at the right time, you're using it. At the right time, you want to ensure that your first impression with somebody, they have the right vocal image of you. I beg of you. I beg of you. Let's make advancement. Let's talk about reference, right? Reference is so beautiful, and you might even have been using this, but because you're not aware. So let's bring it to your consciousness. Reference is so powerful because how reference work is you are using either a story, a parable, or an experience to highlight a point or respond to a question. And when you do that, people tend to reverence you the more because you're not just speaking, kind of like you're not just speaking of your own accord, but you are tapping from somebody else's. And that now shows for the fact that you're honoring somebody's, whether it's an experience or a quote or a story, people now regard you as somebody that is deep, as somebody that is learned. Let me just bring it down low. So if you're speaking and you reference the Bible, compared to someone that will just speak plain, okay, this person knows what he's saying. You're speaking and you reference a historical record. You reference Socrates, right? You reference Plato. Okay, okay, okay. We need to reference some business experts, business coaches, health experts, statistics. Statistics have, you ever heard me say statistics have shown? Or you say 80-20 rule, all those stuff. Those are references. And when you use them, people give this perception like, okay, okay, the person might know what he or she is saying, that kind of thing. Sometimes, if you're aware of this, you can use it to your advantage. Even though the data might not be 121% correct, I'm just giving you some expo here. But then it will separate you from average speakers that are just speaking. Please take note of this. I beg you. I beg you. See, stories stick more than facts. That's why when Jesus was approached and then they're trying to ask him some questions, he will shoot out a parable, shoot out a story. He never lands on say, do this, or yes, no. He will just give a story, an analogy, and inside it, a point will reveal itself. I listened to an interview, Cosmas Maduka, owner of Coach Charlie's group, and he was asked about what has helped him build his empire thus far, and he said integrity. And guess what he did? He referenced. He said the Japanese people understand this word, integrity. Their entire business is built on integrity. That if a Japanese man hands over money to you, he knows that this date is when he's expecting it, but Nigerians will do it the other way around. But then he used that analogy of the Japanese and them keeping their word to their bond as an anchor to say integrity is what has sustained him thus far because his word is his bond. Guess what? Because he used Japanese and the story and every single thing, that point sticks. That's how I'm able to recall it and I'm sharing it with you. So imagine how just by using a little illustration, you can be able to leave a lasting impact when you speak. So I had to bring out some analysis. My mentor once said, it is better for you to give your best than not to give anything at all. My mentee once had an experience where he was challenged and could not speak. But he remembered the framework we gave and he used it to his advantage. That is why it's important to attend trainings. Referencing. You can still reference in the Bible. Galatians 6:7 says, whatever you sow, you shall reap. It's a principle. That is why you attend trainings like this, and it is sowing a seed, even though you don't see the results immediately. But when you begin to practice it, it begins to show forth. My father once said this, my mother once said this, and use it to bring in a point. While working with Oxford Dictionary, we're able to highlight some statistics that reveal to us, so you see, I'm joining like a lot of them together, that reveal to us that women are likely to buy a dictionary than men. I'll give you the statistics. I'm innocent, right? But then I'm bringing this to your consciousness. You understand that you can use it to your advantage. In Africa, we have a culture where the male gender is this, the female gender is this. And perhaps that is why this data that we have here, women are responding this way and men are responding this way. You don't just say women are responding this way and men are, you draw some reference. That's why when you do your project or thesis, they ask where are your reference points. Where is it? Body of knowledge. All right, topic for another day. But I just believe you're able to grab the point on the reference. If you grab the point, please just give me an I do in the comment section. It's very, very important, right? So it's not that, we're just running through this together. but it's important you get this so that when you speak, you're not just opening your mouth to speak and it's flat, but you're able to create melody and leave a lasting impact and give a mind-blowing impression. Come on. And then we have the final step, which is the 3-2-1. The 3-2-1 is very beautiful. I'll break it down. What it means is that there are 3 steps, there are 3 types, there are 3 things, there are 3 keys. There are 2 steps, there are 2 types, there are 2 things, there are 2 keys. There's 1 step, 1 type, 1 thing, 1 key. See, this gives you access to have a very brief statement. You state your point, you pass your message with your conversation. So somebody speaking to you, oh ma, how have you been able to achieve this? Being one of the head of the companies, this and that, and then you say, oh, thank you very much. But then they were just 3 steps I ensured we take as an organization, and that is what revolutionized everything. We kept to times and deadlines. Our word was our bond, and we're consistent with our activities. These 3 things made us separate ourselves from every single of our competitor. Wow. 3 steps. But then you could as well have been saying, and the first day I resumed the work, things was like this, and then we did this, and then we did that. No. 3 steps. Ma, sir, you've been married for so many years. You're celebrating your 50th anniversary. What is that one thing that has kept you, both of you, strong? Because then I start sharing story. I met him under the mango tree. This one now happened. That now happened. You said I love. I saw the love in his eyes. Saw the love in my eyes. Super story. You see, when it comes to having to stay this long in a relationship, there's just one key that has kept us going, and that is communication. So if you are intentional about your communication with your spouse, you're going to go a long way. Full stop. No long talk. Keep it short, keep it simple. 3 steps, 2 types, 1 thing, 1 keys, 2 keys, 3 keys. Play with it. Keep it short, keep it simple. You can use the 3 steps to just frame a message you want to share, and then you hit your point, and you're out. There are 2 types of business you can run. You can run a business that you are involved or a business that you're not involved. But then I choose to run a business that I'm involved so that I'll get to have the full experience and I can lead in front with my people. And they're like, wow. But then if you don't do it like that, you're not explaining what happened to John, what happened to Adam, Musa, Peter, Abdullahi. It's too much. 3 things changed my life. 2 types of business, 2 steps to grow your income. 1 thing changed my life. 1 thing changed my marriage. 1 thing changed my relationship with my kids. 3 keys to lasting relationship. There were 3 types of businesses that I had to evaluate, and I settled for one of them. There were 3 steps I followed through for me to become a millionaire. That's it, right? So when you use all of this together and you're adding it up, your volume, your pause, it makes a lot of sense when you have your conversations. So while some people, remember, the goal is clarity. And to alter the perception that people have of you, that's the goal. That they regard you as somebody that is sound, knows what he or she is saying. So classwork, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your vocal image? 1 being, I'm trying my best. 10 being, let's go. I'm killing it. Just type in the comment section, scale of 1 to 10. I want to know. The joy of this is that the number you are going for, maybe a -1. Maybe a -1. The joy of it is that 30 days from today, 90 days from today, if you're intentional about it, you cannot be at a -1. Impossible. Why? Because now you are aware. See, awareness is the greatest gift ever given to man. Because when you are aware of something, you begin to improve on it. But when you're not aware, you just keep playing on do till you are old. And mind the old being unproductive, useless, and out of use. But when you understand this, you're evergreen. Listen to Ambassador Nefo speak. Listen to RMD speak. Listen to the entrepreneur mentor speak when he's in his element. That's why I said you can go on and off when it comes to activating your vocal image. You can switch it off, you can switch it on. So if you're an introvert and you're like, Mr. Man, you don't understand. Even though we have took out time or Pardon me. Even though we've taken out time to cast and bind the spirit of introvertedness in you, and that spirit is inside you, refusing to go. Hallelujah. What I need you to understand is that you can gather yourself together. Even me, I'm a chief introvert officer, right? CIO. What I need you to understand is that you can enter your element, you deliver, and you step out. And you go and recharge and you come back again. It's totally fine. But don't use it as a limitation to tie yourself down. If not, there are going to be certain things that can never be handed over to you. Listen to me. When you get this right, the same word can mean a different thing when you're able to level up your vocal image. The same word can mean a different thing because you know how to level up your vocal image. So the same thing somebody will say flat, you add flesh to it. And they're like, this person's idea makes sense. And you're like, boys, it's the same thing I said. It's the same thing me I gave to you. No. This person, there's the way this person delivered it. You just hold on first. Let's work on this person's one. Well, yours was okay, but vocal image was not there, right? So assignment, I want you to take out time intentionally, read out your Bible or Quran using any of the 5 ways we have shared, right? Take a look at your Bible, the text, and read, increasing your volume, reducing your volume, read, putting in the pause, read, putting in the tonality, be excited, be sad, be playing with it, right? Put all of that into perspective while you're reading and see the beauty of how what you have been reading for several years, it has now been transformed by virtue of you implementing and improving your vocal image. So I want to thank you very much for making our time, for being here from beginning to the end. Not just that, for actually going through this sequence with me. More importantly, my joy is the fact that you are implementing this. Because if this gets better, your communication gets better, every other thing gets better. So if you're doing well, everybody's doing well, we're all doing well. Remember, the goal is to ignite within every single person the desire to be more, do more, and have more. And the being starts with you accepting all of this, intentionally work on yourself, because when you now become more, you can now do more that will yield fruit that would allow you now have more. So if you have been blessed by this, all glory be to God. My joy is the fact that you are going to apply and do your assignment as regards to all of this. So God bless you. If you're yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe. Share this with somebody to help the person know that, hey, it's possible for you to become more. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. If you have questions, please feel free to drop your questions and then I'll answer your questions.